So over the course of the last two Civ 5 playthroughs in the Arabian series and in the England series, a lot of people said, Drew, I'm tired of seeing you go into war, and I'm tired of you playing this very wide strategy. Well, today, I'm gonna force myself to do something else. So I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Drew, you're crazy. You're not gonna win this. What are you doing? And to rebuttal that statement, I don't know what I'm doing. I think I can win this, but I am crazy, yes. So obviously, if I'm going to play as Venice on a TSL map with 43 other civs, I'm going to need city-states. So yes, I did include as many city-states as possible in this playthrough. I think there's going to be about 20. I'm not sure if they're all going to be able to settle, though. It really depends on like where they get spaced out in. Also, it's really going to kind of suck or depend if most of them are in the New World. I don't know if what's going to happen. I have no idea. There's a few different, it's going to be random every single time. But yes, let me talk about the most important strategy though so far. I am starting off on turn 1. The most important thing in a map like this and in a Venice playthrough like this, the number one killer will be if I do not get as many tiles as possible in Europe. Because, as you can see, I did eliminate the mountain tiles because I'd have absolutely no chance if I was trapped behind the Alps here. Because those tiles cannot be worked, and it would just be a big mess. I need to try to gobble up as many land tiles as I can away from the Austrians, from the Romans. I'm sure the Germans are probably going to be here somewhere. France, the Netherlands, everything. So that's why I'm rushing Monument first, because we've got to grow my borders, like super fast. Like we gotta go. We gotta grow the borders. Obviously, tradition, it's not even a question right now. I absolutely 100% have to go tradition. So I will be going for that, and this first policy will allow my border growth to grow even more. Typically, people suggest not to do Monument first, but we have to do Monument first in the situation where, in Europe, everything's very closed down. So I'm gonna go ahead. I can see a city-state border right here. So let's go ahead and meet that person. Very nice. Okay, so we get 30 gold. This is a mercantile city-state, which means happiness. That's good, but as Venice, we're going to have a ton of happiness. And if you're unfamiliar with Venice, I don't know if anybody is, I don't know how late some people might be with Venice, but they can only have one city. That's why I'm talking the way I'm talking. That's why I'm talking about all of this, is they can only have one city. We can steal away city-states with our great merchant, which is actually the Merchant of Venice. That's our unique unit. Merchant of Venice, we can steal away city-states. So if we get enough of those suckers, we can go after a bunch of city-states. However, we don't want to steal away all the city-states, because I think I only have one path to victory here, and that is obviously a diplomatic victory. Now, I'm not saying that I'm not going to go to war, because I'm definitely going to go to war, because there's only two ways for me to get cities. I can't settle cities. I can steal them away from city-states after I birth a great merchant, a Venetian merchant. I'm gonna be confused this entire series talking about that. The Merchant of Venice, and or if I steal cities away through war, which is going to be very hard, because even when I do steal away city-states, those are going to be puppeted city-states. Now, I can buy buildings and units, unlike other puppets. However, I'm going to need golds. Now, luckily, Venice gets double the normal trade routes, so that's what's supposed to make up for the one city challenge that you're pretty much forced to do as Venice. I'm going to go ahead and move towards the north and find Germany. Okay, I guess we're going to find Denmark as well. Very nice to meet you, Harold Bluetooth. So I don't want to steal away all the city-states, and I do want to go to war. I don't want to steal away all the city-states because they are my only really pathway to victory. Not going for a domination victory because that's going to be impossible. There's just no way I'm going to be able to do that. I can't even go for a domination victory as England or Arabia. I had to settle for something else both times. So there are other pathways. I could go for a cultural victory, and I might. You can see that I'm rushing pottery first. It is turn 3. We are rushing pottery first because when we research optics, we get a free great merchant. And again, I'm saying it wrong. It's merchant of Venice, or Venetian merchant, whatever you want to call it. So right there, we can steal away a city-state. Since we found this little guy so close to us, he'd be a nice pick, I think, so far to steal away and to gather him up in our empire. Now, Venice needs to be the most just BA city possible. BA, badass city. I was going to refrain from saying it, but we're just going to say it. It needs to be. Because if it's not, there's Germany, we're going to lose. This is the only city I have full control over. So I need to make sure that we are just a beast when it comes to city growth, which means that I will be for sure using cargo ships or caravans to send food very early on to Venice. You know, whenever we see like best cities or some of those pop-ups that talk about like the best cities or, you know, most... Venice just needs to be the best city in the world. It needs to be the biggest city with the most population. We have no other choice. That's pretty important. Okay, so we found Prague at 15 gold. Prague didn't settle, which means... Okay, now wait a second. Wait a second. Prague did not settle. Obviously, the plan, even though I was playing as Venice and I want to stay on the city-state good side, the plan was to, of course, steal away a worker from a city-state. But I don't have to do that anymore, do I? I don't think that, you know, you're pretty much... We're gonna get some penalties for sure. This is too good to pass up, though. This is a free worker by turn 6. We'd have to wait quite a long time before the city-state gets up a worker. I don't know, turn 10, we could have a farm. Yeah, we need this. As Venice starting off in Europe, oh my gosh, yes. We need to take this. Oh, boom, that feels good. Oh, that's great. That's a really good start. Obviously, a religion will probably not be big on my priority list here because we don't have the time. We don't have the time as Venice to be dealing with religions. So I want to be a very sprawling empire, and I know I discussed a few times kind of the idea of playing as Polynesia and having all these colonies all over the place. But Venice is built to do that. You know, Polynesia, they start off in Honolulu, and then, you know, talking about having colonies in Australia and Eastern Asia and North America. But Venice is actually a civ that's built that way to do a playthrough like this, where we will have a very sprawling empire with kind of just colonies, you know, because we'll be taking city-states. So, you know, I definitely would like to grab, if there's a city-state just north of the Black Sea. I don't think you can classify these as colonies, but, you know what I'm just saying. Different settlements, not really all together. But if there's a city-state north of the Black Sea, that'd be nice to take. If there's something like in the South Pacific, would be really cool. Maybe in Australia, who knows? I did include a few mods, the Boer, to hopefully stop the Zulu a little bit. I don't know if it's going to stop them completely, but hopefully it will stop them a little bit, as well as Australia and Canada again. So maybe Europe will be a little bit less compacted together. Okay, yeah, this is fine. We did start off with citrus, dyes, and marble. If we can grab all of those tiles, which is likely because we did just finish the monument, then I think we're going to be doing pretty well. That's 3 luxuries. And if we could even grab these furs, just one piece of fur, we might, because there's 2 here. So more than likely, this city-state would go for that source. Maybe if we're lucky, we can grab this source. That would be great. We're definitely not going to get to the citrus because Bismarck is going to reach out and grab that at some point. Okay, yeah, but I don't mind working that. That's a good start. Yes, we do need a scout. I want to find everybody and maybe get some embassies. So this is going to be obviously a much more diplomatic game. I do want to go to war just because it is Venice and people are going to ask me to go to war, and I definitely am not going to play entirely peaceful because we do have also our ships. We've got unique ships which are pretty powerful too, which will hopefully keep our cargo ships safe. And we also need to be on good terms with most of the civs in the Mediterranean, because that is going to be my main source of trade, is kind of trading with the North Africans, trading with Iberia, trading with maybe Russia in the Black Sea, or Constantinople, the Byzantium Empire. All of that is going to be important. Okay, so I'm going to go farm here. I also want to lock down these tiles because I know I'm going to want to continue to work these. So let me do that. And I'm going to continue to explore with my warrior unit. So I think I'll go up this way. We already know that Rome is to the south of me. I know, and there's no point kind of really looking at Italy just yet. I can pretty much discover what's entirely on Italy. Hello, Russia, or Catherine, by just sending a ship and just patrolling. Because, Italy is not a very thick region. So I can just go up and down the borders. Another big, up and down the tiles of the Italian peninsula. Another big thing is I want to make sure that I control the passage through the Adriatic Sea. I know that Greece is here. We saw the Greece is in this playthrough. If their borders reach out, that's just going to be unfortunate. And if they trap us behind the Adriatic Sea, that's not good. I want to have access out of the Mediterranean. So a Greek war I'm sorry, out of and into most of the Mediterranean. So a Greek war is definitely on the horizon. That is something that I am considering in this playthrough. Obviously, a Roman war I think is almost a given, but we'll see. I don't know. Austria is going to hate us. There's pluses and minuses. Good. We've got pottery research. There's pluses and minuses for removing the Alps here. The plus is obviously pretty big because now we can actually work these tiles. The minus is that we're no longer protected. So someone like Germany or another European force could easily come and invade us. Now, luckily, we do have a nice river protecting us, which will make a big difference. Definitely hurting the AI movement, and we know AIs not very good at moving and attacking cities across the river. Obviously, if they have enough units, but if we can just eliminate a few units, that would be good too. Okay, so obviously, animal husbandry is a big one. We can start to trade. But now that we have a worker, it's kind of shifting my idea here. Another thing is I do want to. I'm considering rushing a few wonders because like I said, as Venice, we have to have the best city, and we're not going to be able to just steal cities away. We're not going to be able to just go after Thebes and steal a bunch of wonders away after Egypt has already built a bunch of those buildings within his main city. We're going to have to try to rush a few wonders ourselves. So Colossus is the #1 wonder I want to go for. 5 extra golds. I think we get a free cargo ship. And this says we get 1 additional trade route, but because we're Venice, we would get 2. So yeah, that's amazing. And then additional gold for the trade routes, the city, yeah, on the coast. Things like that, things that I don't want to read right now. But that is a crucial wonder. I would love to get that up. Besides that, there's a few other things. I mean, the Hanging Gardens, because we're going tradition anyways, is kind of important because extra 6 food would be amazing because I want Venice to be a really, really well-populated city. And I think we can possibly do that. There's a few plain tiles, which is unfortunate over here, but we've got enough production and enough grassland that I think we can do this. Okay. So because I have a worker, it is shifting my focus. If I were to go for a plantation, okay, well, we do have dyes already within the empire. So the citrus and the dyes are going to for sure need calendar, both. This is going to take us 14 turns. It doesn't really give us, each source of marble, which is to the south of us, provides extra production. I think I'm going calendar here. Also, the National College, big one. I need to actually build that this time. I can't just rely on war to keep my science high. I can rely on research agreements, though, because we're going to be a very rich nation. So I won't be going to war as much, and I'll be very rich. So I'm hoping that research agreements will keep us safe when it comes to literacy. But yeah, I think the calendar is the right way to go. Where we should grow soon. Another thing is, like I said, optics. But optics, you're going to need sailing for that, which sailing is going to be important either way. But I feel better going calendar now that I have this worker here instead. Okay, so our scout is here and ready to go. Let's go ahead. I'm going to go explore. I think I want to go explore like France and Iberia. So both of those would be, I think, sound fun. Well, maybe we'll drop by Rome briefly. Did we even meet him? Well, yeah, I was going to say, did we even meet him? I know that I've got a few penalties now for stealing away that, someone covets my lands. Okay, so not everybody's mad that I stole away that city-state. I don't know if everybody knew that city-state, so that's probably going to help. Okay, so boom, obviously, no question about it. Tradition, we've got to go tradition. But another one is patronage. Obviously, is Venice. We're going to want to go patronage. Maybe commerce now. Maybe commerce. Commerce wouldn't be bad, as well as exploration, depending on how many coastal cities we have, and rationalism is always a must, too. It would be very, very fun to go freedom. I would love to go freedom here. Freedom ideology, but we'll see about that. Okay. Yeah, greenery, definitely. Get some more food inside of Venice and have them grow even more. Boom, tradition. Thank you. And we'll go to the next turn. I like that we're rushing calendar. I like this start so far. I mean, getting this worker really, really helps, and we absolutely need it. I like that our borders are growing as well. That's pretty cool. Okay, good. Okay, I guess we'll go up here. So obviously I didn't get all the mountains. I was only able to get the mountains that I could see, and I was randomly clicking through the fog of war. Okay, hello, Iberia. randomly clicking through the fog of war. Just remove mountains. I guess I missed some of these, but somebody might have a nice observatory city. It won't be us. It will not be us. That's another thing. By removing those mountains means that I will not have an observatory, which really hurts. Okay, so Geneva, cool. This is a religious city-state. I like that we have 2 city-states out here to the west. That's very helpful. Very helpful. Okay, so 10 turns before... Oh, we also grabbed the marble. Perfect. Oh my goodness, yes. Our borders are growing pretty fast, it looks like, compared to everybody else. But I don't know. Okay, yeah, let's go with this farm. We're going to grow in 3 turns. We're going to grow in 3 turns. We've got calendar coming in 10 turns. Yes, I will take your golds, and if I have to give you gold back for the embassy in exchange later for me to get your embassy, then I'll do that. But for right now, I might as well get some extra gold, because we're going to want to definitely utilize every single piece of gold that we have. I want to buy units. I want to buy buildings. We need to do that. And I haven't really been as good with that as I should have been in the past. Oh my gosh, is this another city? Yeah, another city. Melbourne. Isn't that in Australia? Oh, it's Luxembourg. I guess there's a bug here, which isn't surprising. This is a pretty crazy map. Okay, so yeah, we're gonna go farm here, and then Venice is gonna grow in 2 turns, which means they're probably gonna want to work dyes, but I'm gonna want to work the farm instead so that we can grow even faster. Quarry is gonna be important for the marble, as well. Okay, hello, Napoleon. So you're going to be stuck behind these 2 city-states. I know I'm going to make city-states mad by exploring through their lands, but they're going to have to deal with it. What am I going to do, man? What do you want me to do? We need to do this. Try and take this slow, because early game is really, really important right here. As Venice, when every single piece of tile is kind of a must. I can also technically buy tiles, but we're naturally going to grow towards the fur anyways, and that is going to be a crucial tile for us to get. You know, I didn't even think about the gems. We might also have access to gems if we can steal it away from Venice. I'm sorry, from Austria. We are Venice. Drew, come on. Already making crack mistakes. Yeah, Crack Lord is not having a good day today. Let's go with... I kind of want to go aristocracy. Am I saying that right? I think I'm saying that right. But I don't think I'm going to be building wonders anytime soon. Oligarchy really doesn't help either, though. But the faster we can get to landed elite, the better. +2 food in the capital would be great, and then 10% food growth overall would be nice. Monarchy is okay as well, but yeah, I'm gonna go oligarchy first just to try to get us to landed elite a little bit quicker. There's a reason why the tradition policy tree was shifted in a patch about a year ago. By a major packs by it wasn't a major patch, geez, because this is such a powerful. These 2 are really, really good policies to get in tradition. Okay, so let's oh man, okay, so we're gonna get cut off here. Let me go south, and let's go explore. Let's go explore Iberia. Yeah, so that's what I thought. They're gonna want to work this. I'm gonna wait for the farms to finish, because we might as well get a little bit of gold while we can, right? Okay, we're going to grow in 11 turns. Let's find Poland. Hello, Poland. Yes, I'll accept this. Yeah, I might want to start buying tiles. I'm not too far away from being able to buy these gems. We might have access to 5 different luxury resources. Furs, marble, dyes, and gems. Is that 5? And citrus. There you go. I was going to say, that's not 5, Drew. What are you talking about? This is not 5. Come on, man. Okay, we've got some wine up here, some truffles. Europe seems very diverse in terms of luxuries. And we're going to go and head south. Okay, guys, I'm going to have to stop right there, though. If you guys like the series, if you guys have any suggestions, please leave your comments in the section below. It helps out tremendously. And if you like this series, please consider leaving a like. It helps out as well. But anyways, guys, I'm going to have to stop right there. I'm a little bit nervous, definitely nervous. I know that this is going to be one of the hardest challenges because I'm playing as Venice, and I've never played as Venice before. And it's a TSL map with 43 civs. So I'm not really going to be able to stop somebody from like South America or something if they are close to a victory. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.